good.
I like the butt trumpet.
Oh, thanks.
Good.
Oh my gosh, you look so good.
Thanks, sweetie.
Stars overhead.
I just want to tell you guys that you are the most amazing people that I know. Two of the most loving and kind people. And you have made a huge difference in the lives of so many. In this room especially, and so many others. You live out what love looks like. It truly is just an honor and a privilege to know the both of you. And I love that you follow the Lord, you trust Him, and know that His promise is true for your life, that He says that He can do more than we ask, think, or imagine. And I believe that to be true over both your lives, that He will do more in your life than you can ask, think, or imagine. You share the gospel, you share your faith so much, and sometimes you use words, but it's so much through your actions. It is such an honor to get to be with you today.
Is this the scene you've been hyping up?
It's a great day. It's a culmination of so many great days leading up to this one. It's set apart from the other ones. It will be a building block for so many greater days ahead because of the foundation your relationship is built on. As we stand here today, I pray that you're reminded of God's goodness. As memories rush in through the conversations, laughter, and tears, and all the moments we get to experience, my hope is the underlying theme of all of this is understanding God's faithfulness in your life. His faithfulness is what brought you together in Kirksville. His faithfulness is what has seen you through in St. Louis, and His faithfulness will be what sees you through in Memphis in the days beyond, in your future together. God has such a high call in your life. I believe it's actually true for every person in this room. He loves you so much. Never forget that Jesus is the one that will cause your life together. It will be so much greater than you could ever imagine. He's the one that will cause you to experience life to the fullest, or as we often like to say, living fully alive. God has brought you together because He knows, Mitchell, that you make Katie better. And Katie, you make Mitchell better. Mitch, this is extra true for you. It's nothing personal. It's what the wisest man who ever lived said. He knew it to be true. Solomon wrote in a proverb, he says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." So don't forget, she makes you better, especially at loading the dishwasher. What's brought you to this day, I'm sure thoughts of the great times ahead, a deep appreciation and love and affection that you have for one another. Never ever take that for granted. Never take each other for granted, but rather be intentional in your appreciation for one another. Outdo one another in showing honor and gratitude. One of the most important things you can commit to is to believe the best in each other every single day. On the great days and the not so great days, and every day in between, believe the best. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you know that somebody believes in you, especially the person who's right beside you, when they believe in you and know and speak truth into what you can do. Mitchell and Katie, you are no longer two independent persons, but you are now one in the eyes of the Lord. What God has joined together, but no man separate. It gives me great pleasure to introduce for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Mitch Paulson. And the best part yet, Mitchell, you may now kiss your brother.
Mitch is stealing my daughter from me. But Mitch, just remember that there's a no return policy and all the expenses come with her. But seriously, I could not have handpicked a son-in-law better than you, Mitch, and thank you. Katie, when you were born, I prayed that you would be healthy have all your fingers and toes, and you did. Mitch, I'm sure you're glad about that as well. As you grew, I prayed that you would be good looking. I prayed that you'd be like me, good looking and athletic. Later, I prayed that you'd be like your mother, gorgeous, understanding, and smart. As you matured, I prayed for God to make you like him, kind, compassionate, wise, honorable, just to name a few, and he did. You are a wonderful mixture of all these qualities, with the most important being your faith in Christ. Ultimately, I pray for you to find a godly man that makes you happy and shares the same beliefs, ideals, and values that you do. And I truly believe that I can see that in Mitch.
Mitchell can always talk to anyone. He could go up to strangers. He could talk to everyone in the room. He couldn't talk to this woman called Katie. And they said, hey, we're going to get together. And Mitch was like, oh, really nervous. And it was right before COVID. And he brought hand sanitizer and shared it. So he was freaking out. He goes, Dad, I think I messed up. I think Katie thinks I'm a germaphobe and will never go out with me. And the big final thing was, how do I know that Katie was the one for Mitch? When Mitch started thinking about, I'm gonna get new boots, cowboy boots. I like country music, and I'm gonna get rid of my Subaru for a truck. So I knew that was the case. It's awesome. But raise your glass and toast a long, happy, healthy, and germ-free marriage. Thank you.